Global warming is a critical issue facing our planet today. It refers to the long-term rise in Earth's average surface temperature. This increase is largely due to human activities, especially the emission of greenhouse gases. Understanding global warming involves exploring its causes, consequences, and the steps we can take to mitigate it. This includes reducing greenhouse gas emissions and transitioning to sustainable practices. Ultimately, the fight against global warming is a collective responsibility. The primary driver of global warming is greenhouse gas emissions. These include carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. They are released through various human activities and trap heat in the atmosphere. This effect is similar to how a greenhouse retains heat, hence the name. The increase in these gases has been linked to industrialization and modern lifestyles. Fossil fuels are a significant source of these emissions. Coal, oil, and natural gas are burned for energy and transportation. This process releases large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. The extensive use of fossil fuels has been integral to economic development. However, it is also a major contributor to global warming. Deforestation also plays a critical role in global warming. Trees absorb carbon dioxide as part of photosynthesis. When forests are cleared, this natural carbon storage is lost. Additionally, burning or decomposing trees release stored carbon back into the atmosphere. This not only increases CO2 levels, but also disrupts ecosystems. Industrial activities further exacerbate the problem. Cement production, chemical manufacturing, and waste management contribute to emissions. These processes release various greenhouse gases, increasing their concentration. Addressing these causes requires innovative technologies and sustainable practices. One of the most noticeable effects of global warming is rising temperatures. The Earth has experienced a steady increase in average temperatures. This trend is likely to continue, with 2024 projected to be the hottest year on record. Higher temperatures can lead to heat waves, affecting agriculture and human health. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and severe. Hurricanes, floods, and droughts cause widespread damage. These events disrupt communities and economies. The unpredictability of weather patterns poses challenges for disaster preparedness and response. This is one of the most visible signs of climate change. Sea level rise is another critical consequence. It results from melting polar ice caps and glaciers. Thermal expansion of seawater as it warms also contributes to this rise. Coastal areas face increased risks of flooding and erosion. This threatens habitats and infrastructure, displacing people and wildlife. Global warming also impacts ecosystems and biodiversity. Changes in temperature affect species distributions and migration patterns. Coral reefs, which are highly sensitive to temperature changes, face bleaching. These ecosystems support marine life and coastal economies. The loss of biodiversity can have cascading effects on global ecosystems. Section 4. Solutions to mitigate global warming. Transitioning to renewable energy is crucial in combating global warming. Sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power offer sustainable alternatives. They reduce reliance on fossil fuels and decrease greenhouse gas emissions. Investing in renewable energy technologies can also create jobs and boost economies. Sustainable agriculture is another effective strategy. Practices like crop rotation, cover cropping, and reduced tillage can enhance soil health. These methods sequester carbon and reduce emissions from farming activities. Reducing food waste and loss is equally important. It ensures resources are used efficiently and decreases methane production from landfills. Ecosystem restoration is vital for carbon sequestration. Forests and wetlands act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2. Halting deforestation and restoring damaged ecosystems can aid in climate regulation. These efforts also preserve biodiversity and support ecological resilience. Individual actions can make a significant difference. Using energy-efficient appliances and reducing car travel are simple steps. Supporting climate-conscious businesses and policies is also important. Collective efforts are essential to drive meaningful change. Every action counts in the fight against global warming. Section 5. Urgency and call to action. The urgency of addressing global warming cannot be overstated. Recent temperature records highlight the pressing nature of the problem. Scientists warn that delaying action will only exacerbate the situation. Immediate and ambitious efforts are needed to limit global warming effects. The Paris Agreement aims to restrict global temperature rise to below 2 degrees Celsius. Meeting these goals requires global cooperation and significant emission reductions. Countries must commit to reducing their carbon footprints and transitioning to sustainable practices. This will involve both innovations and changes in policy. Immediate action is crucial to avoid the most severe consequences of climate change. The longer we wait, the harder it will be to adapt and mitigate impacts. Procrastination increases the risks and costs of climate change. It is a global issue demanding collective responsibility and action. Addressing global warming is a collective endeavor. Individuals must make sustainable lifestyle choices. Governments need to implement strong policies and regulations. Businesses should innovate towards sustainability. Together, these efforts can create a more resilient and sustainable future for all. Section 6. Conclusion. Global warming is a complex challenge that requires comprehensive solutions. Understanding its causes and consequences is the first step in addressing it. By taking action now, we can mitigate its impacts and work towards a sustainable future. This requires collaboration and commitment from all sectors of society. The evidence of global warming is clear and irrefutable. Rising temperatures and extreme weather events are becoming the norm. These changes threaten ecosystems, human health, and global stability. Immediate and coordinated efforts are essential to combat these threats. Collaborative efforts are key to tackling global warming. Governments, businesses, and individuals must work together. Sustainable practices, renewable energy, and policy changes are crucial. By acting now, we can protect our planet and ensure a better future for generations to come. In conclusion, the fight against global warming is urgent and necessary. We must rise to the challenge with determination and innovation. Together, we can make a difference and create a sustainable world. Let us act today for a better tomorrow. Section 7. References. 1. Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, 2023. Climate Change 2023, The Physical Science Basis. 2. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, 2023. Global Climate Change, Vital Signs of the Planet. 3. United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, 2023. The Paris Agreement. 4. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, 2023. Understanding Global Warming Potentials. 5. World Health Organization, WHO, 2023. Climate Change and Health.